It's week 5 of PPL Season 5, and this week it's the Welsheons vs Nexus and the Toronto Tyrunts. I'm going to do a super quick team builder, so here's the matchup. Timestamp of the battle will be down below if you want to jump ahead. Looking at the team, Moon, Tinglu, and both his Terra Captains are coming along with probably the Bellybolt and either Glim, Rachi, or Latias. The Dark type is really good into me offensively, so I need to be careful of the Moon, Tinglu, and not from Quack. Sinister is a massive problem for my team and is likely going to be Terra Poison to wall my Sneasler. So, to avoid Terra Poison, Sinister, walling Sneasler, courtesy of Shroom Raver, we're bringing Power Herb Dig with the Unburden ability. Plan is to SD on the incoming Sunny, SD again on the expected Terra and Strength Sap, and then smack it with Dig for the KO. CC and Acrobatics will allow Sneasler to clean up the team after Sunny is gone. Speed EVs creep Glamora, and once Unburden is procced, it'll outspeed a Scarf or boost a Speed Moon. You've seen this set on Garchomp a few times already this season, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Except for Scale Shot's accuracy. Please, that really needs fixing. Chomp with this coverage can break most of Nexus' team. The EVs make it faster than Glamora, with the rest dumped into attack and max HP. Fairy hits 4 of Nexus' mons for super effective damage, so we're bringing Choice Scarf, Terra Fairy, Thunderous-T with enough speed to creep Scarf Glamora or a +1 Quack. After Terra, it has enough investment to deliver Heavy Slam from Spadef Tinglu after Rocks damage. Thunderbolt is good stab coverage, and Psychic hits the Glim or Terra Poison Sunny for super effective damage. Next up is Terra Normal, Curse, Extreme Speed, Arcanine, with the Intimidate ability and holding leftovers. Quack and Moon can get out of control if they get too many speed boosts, so this is our revenge killer. Player from Crunch are good coverage moves into his team. At -2 speed, it can outspeed a Tinglu with no speed investment, and the bulk investment means it lives 2 consecutive Dracos from Latias if it comes. Fizdef Blastoise is here to spin away the hazards because hazard stack looks quite likely here. Holding Citrus Berry to give it more opportunities to spin, Yawn to phase out the setup sweepers, EQ for Glim, Rachi, Terra Poison Sunny, and Bellybolt, and Flip Turn for the slow pivot. Finally, Expert Belt Grimmsnarl will dual stab and Sucker Punch and Spirit Break to hit most of Nexus' team for super effective damage, and Stomp and Tantrum for Grimm's checks. Running the Frisk ability this week and 17 speed IVs to give us the slow part and shot on everything other than the Tinglu. The EVs give it a 66% chance to 2-hit KO max HP Tinglu and guarantee it lives an Iron Head from booster attack Roaring Moon. Let me know what you think of the team down below. Nexus is one of the people responsible for bringing Draft League back in such a big way and giving so many people, new and old, the opportunity to enjoy it again, so make sure you check him out. Link will be in the description down below. Thanks to Shroom Raver and the Don Fanatic for the help with the build and the mocks this week. You can find the links for them and all of this season coaches and the Season 5 fan doc in the description. So he is Terra Poison on the Sinister and Terra Dark on the Quavel. So this is pretty much the team I was expecting. Thought maybe the Bellybolt could come instead of the Jirachi, and maybe Lati instead of the Glim, but there we go. I've been making some really bad lead choices, so I might just default for my Scarf lead. So yeah, I'm just gonna go lead Thunder-T. Oh shit, I've gone in with 5. Alright, so I'm actually gonna go in with 6 Pokemon this time, so I'm gonna pick the same lead. I'm gonna run to 300 subs by the end of the year, so if you do enjoy the content, then leave a sub below, please. So yeah, this is not ideal. Obviously, I could just go for Terra Fairy off the rip, but that is not ideal because I might need the Terra Normal on Arcanine. So U-turn might be the play here. Could just go, well, the Tinglu could go for a Heavy Slam, dictating me to go for Terra Fairy. Or I could just start setting up its hazards. I am obviously not going to go into Sneasler here because the EQ could be coming. Blastoise is probably my good middle ground, so I'm just going to do that. Blastoise is going to come out, we'll see if he's going to go for hazards or Heavy Slam, just going to go for spikes. Alright, okay. Did I write down his whole team? I did. Good. So we could just go for the spin, or we could just go for the flip, just in case the Sinister comes in. Yawn is also pretty good for us. It will, if he does swap out into, say, the Sinister, then the Sinister isn't going to want to stay in, so I could just go for the flip turn on that, or just swap out anyway. If it does stay in, then it'd be nice to have a Sleeping Tinglu. So he is going to withdraw. What is going to come in to take this Yawn? It's going to be the Jirachi. Alright, fair enough. Does this Jirachi have T-Bolt? I wonder. Or is this going to be his Stealth Rocks? I think I'm just going to go for my flip turn here, because he's not going to want to stay in. Oh, bloody hell. Screens. Okay. That's less than ideal. But now this is going to fall asleep because he has left it in, and we get a super massive crit. Does that make it up for last week? I don't know. What's I going to on Jirachi? This may have been a good chance to get a Sword Stance off with Sneasler, but the Reflect would have obviously gone against that. So a Sleeping Jirachi, we will take that. We will take that. Now the Sinister could come in, actually, thinking about it, so I might double into Sneasler. I'm going to double into Sneasler because the Sinister might be coming in to take predicted EQ. If the Glim's on a balloon, then it will come in, or it could just be on Tinglu. But if it is Tinglu, then obviously it's going to take a CC behind a Reflect. What is his choice going to be? Let's find out. It is the Sinister. Okay, so now we are in a situation where the tech might come through. Is this too early to do this? It could be too early to do this. I might just go for the Sword Stance. This was kind of the plan. I'm just going to do it. And it is going to stay in. It does not go for the Terror. Does it have Will-O-Wisp? It's going to go for the Shadow Ball. Don't be Specs. Don't be Specs. Yeah, those are not Specs. I'm just going to go for the Acrobatics here. Actually, because if it doesn't Terror, then I will get quite a lot of damage off. I know the Reflect's still up, but I'll take my damage. And then another Shadow Ball will not KO us. So if it does stay in after that, I can go for my Dig. If it does Terror, Acro is not going to do anything. Jesus Christ. Alright. That's Rocky Helmet. I am wasting this Sneasler. I am wasting this Sneasler. I'm so sorry, Shrew. I am so sorry. That was awesome tech, and I just wasted that. Okay, I'm going to go Grimmsnarl. I'm going to go for the slow Parting Shot here, because I should be slower than this, unless it's like minus speed nature. Yeah. So I go for slow Parting Shot. I know it's Rocky Helmet, so the Frisk is useless there. Lol. Parting Shot. This probably doesn't stay in here. So it is going to withdraw, and hopefully we can get a bit of momentum on our side now. Glim. Okay. So I am probably going into Garchomp here, aren't I? Let's be honest. It's an Air Balloon. Scale Shot. I don't think Glim gets any ice moves off the top of my head. And I know it gets Dazzle, but I don't think it gets ice moves. Guess I Scale Shot. It doesn't really have anything super effective against Garchomp. Like, Garchomp is going to be quite good into this. Obviously, I said it has the Dazzle, which is, of course, super effective, but unless it's like Specs, it's not going to be doing a massive damage to us because we have a lot of HP investment. There you go, missed another Scale Shot. Garchomp is a great Pokemon until it misses the Scale Shot. And yeah, that doesn't do much at all. I don't really have anything to come in on that, do I? Not on this thing. I'm just going to go for the Liquidation this turn. And that's going to be the Toxic Debris as well. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. What's going to happen next is going for another Dazzle. Pop the Balloon. I can just go for an EQ next turn. Shouldn't KO. There you go. And yeah, I just go for the EQ. This is not going well. And he is going to withdraw. Is it going to be Tinglu? Big Tinglu coming in. Sinister again. Okay. Alright, so this is going to enjoy taking this Earthquake. And I might just go for a Scale Shot next. There goes the Reflect. Can we actually land this one? With 1? Kind of need 5 there. I don't even think 5 is going to KO it. 3. We get the 4. Yeah, 5's not going to KO it. It could just go for the Strength Sap on us. 4. Or it could just go for the Shadow Ball and get the KO. What's it going to do? Let's find out. It's going to go for the Strength Sap. Okay. Alright. So, Grimmsnarl might be the move here. Yeah, I'm going to go Grimmsnarl. And then I'll go for the slow Parting Shot again. I know that's going to give me the poison. I might go into Garchomp afterwards to sack. And then I'm going to be in a very, very bad spot. I've basically just got my defensive stuff left. Shadow Ball. Okay. Alright. I really, really need to spin. And I don't think I'm going to get my opportunity to. So he is going to withdraw. And it's probably Jirachi coming in. Glimora. Okay. So we are going to set up more Toxic Spikes by hitting it with the Spirit Break. And that does some decent damage. I might just go for my Sucker here. That's going to be Toxic Poison now, isn't it? I'd kind of like to just get a KO at this point to not get 6-0'd. And we don't get the KO. Okay, so it could still be a 6-0. And that's going to be Grim going down to that. Alright, I'm going to go Thundy, and I might just go for U-Tin KO on this, because that's got like, oh, probably that's not low enough, is it? I might just go for the Terra Blast then, to guarantee the KO on this. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Terra Blast. Terra Blast will get the KO, so not a 6-0, so we will take that, won't we? Yeah, I think I sack Garchomp. That way Blastoise isn't going to be taking a lot of damage from whatever this does. It could just set up another layer of spikes. I mean, I'm going to be going Blastoise next anyway, so there we go. So I'm going to do the spikes. There you go. So that is a KO to Ting-Lu. Yeah, goes for the spikes. Yeah, I'm going to go into Blastoise, and then I hit Flip Turn. I think here. Jirachi could come in to take the Yawn, because obviously it's asleep. We've still got the Sinister, the Quavel, the Ting-Lu, the Moon to deal with. Yeah, I'm just going to go for my Flip Turn, because the Cine has to be coming in. Yeah. And then I go into... I can't KO this with Thundy, and I cannot KO it with Arcanine. And I am going to click Psychic, I think. Just in case this goes for Terra, I can get one Psychic, and then I can go into Blastoise on the predicted Ting-Lu. I think I'm going to do that. Jirachi could come in and take both. This may have been really bad here. Don't go Ting-Lu. Does go Ting-Lu. Okay, I should have gotten Terra Blast Fairy. But we live and learn. I keep saying that in every video, but I don't keep living and learning. So Blastoise is going to come out, and then I guess I just go for another flip, don't I? I think that's all I can do. I'm not going to get the chance to spin with that Sinister just waiting there. That is full spikes up now. That is definitely not good for us. I'm going to spin. The Cine is definitely coming in. Yeah, I should have just flip turned. I'm in my head now. I'm too far down. Yeah. And then I am just going to flip turn next turn. This is just not going well at all. Being read like a book. So, flip, we'll see if this has got the Magic Gotcha. It's just going to Shadow Balls. We should take that, even though we're maxed. Yeah, okay. And then, do I just go into my... Yeah, I am going to try and do as much damage as I can with Arcanine here. We're going to take a lot of damage from these spikes, and then we've got to remember we are poisoned. It's going to stay in. Did not expect that. I did not expect that. It's obviously decided it could take the hit. Yes, this is pretty much going to be game from you. Shout out to the Don Fanatic for telling me this thing was going to be a problem if I didn't get rid of it early on. And it has been a massive problem. So it is staying in. It could obviously go for the poison the next turn. So I'm not going to get the 2 KO on this. I am struggling. So is this even going to put it in range of a 2 KO? Because it could obviously just go for the poison the next turn. That does not even 50% there. And if it goes for its Terra next turn, then I've got to hope I kind of crit, I guess. It's going to stay in. Crit, please. Please give me a revenge crit for all of the hacks. We did not get the crit. Strength's up. It's just going to Shadow Ball. Okay. So that shouldn't KO us, and we will definitely get the KO on it. But then, obviously, if it is Aqua Jet or Quavel, it can come in and get the KO. Or Jirachi could come in and burn a sleep turn. At least we're going to get rid of the Sinister. I will take that. So, 2 to Thundy. Thank you. You might actually get a thumbnail finally. Roaring Moon. Okay. Okay. That's booster speed anyway. Is it? Yeah, it's going to be booster speed. That's on 4. Alright, so I cannot do anything here. So I'm just going to click my Terra Blast Fairy. It had to be booster speed when it was coming in, didn't it? Yeah, Ironhead. And then I guess I just click Play Rough with Arcanine. And hopefully get another KO somehow, miraculously. This has not gone well. I've got good Pokemon on my team, I'm just not using them well at all. I'm overthinking a lot of turns. There's me, like, I'm just going to click the player off as if this isn't going to get the KO on me. So I'm just going to go for the player off. I mean, it's probably got Earthquake, Dragon move, Dark move, anything will KO me from there. Knock off. Yeah, there you go. So GG to Nexus. That game did not go as I expected. I thought I had a pretty good matchup other than the Sinistcha. That is a 4-0. So our playoff hopes are not looking good. But as I said in the last video, we have made some changes after this battle. So you'll see them next week, hopefully, against Shroom, if they come. But I will let you know what they are. Yeah, like I said, I'm just not playing well at the moment. I've got good Pokemon that I just don't seem to be able to use them properly. Yeah, so GG to Nexus, obviously his link's going to be in the description down below, along with all the other coaches this season and the fan doc as well. Like I said at the beginning of the video, obviously if you found me, you already know who Nexus is, but make sure you go check him out. Really good, entertaining content. And if you've enjoyed me getting my ass whooped here, then leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next week.